1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. It is the Jimmy Patsos Show, brought to you by All-Star Wine and Spirits. On the phone with Coach Patsos on a game day nonetheless. Coach, CBI opens tonight. You guys are taking on Morehead State. Feels good just to be playing, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You know, everybody wants to go to the NCAA. I don't speak for Will Brown, but I think Albany and us, of course, that's our sights. Congratulations to the Albany women. And they're going to the NCAA, but after a few days it settles in and you just want to be part of March Madness, and I think one of the important things these days is to play. And if Monmouth taught us anything, I hope everybody listening understands Monmouth, St. Mary's, Valpo. It's hard to get in the NCAA, so the next step's the NIT, and you have to win your league to go there where Monmouth's going, and then the CBI. So we're really proud to be in the CBI, coming in third place. We're in a tournament. We're playing Morehead State, a new team a new team for us that's really good. Sean Woods is a great coach. He played on Rick Pitino's early Kentucky teams. He was a coach at Mississippi Valley State, got them to the NCAA, and now he's at Morehead. It's a good game for us to play. I encourage people to come down 7 p.m. It's postseason basketball, and we're really excited to be playing.
1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. On the phone, Jimmy Patsos. Jimmy Patsos Show, brought to you by All-Star Wine and Spirits. Siena taking on Morehead State tonight. Coach, the CBI field, what do you make of it as a whole?
Oh, I think the CBI field's good. I mean, I looked at it with, Vermont's in it. I was glad we didn't have to play them right away. I don't have to tell you how good they are. We all know that. And then Albany's in another bracket who's, I think Albany's one of the highest-rated RPI teams in it. Ohio U won their league. In other words, Ohio U came and tied for first. Akron got the bid, I think, to the NIT. Once again, the top 3 or 4 teams are going to go to postseason, and you just have to accept that's the way it is in 2016, and then that's a good thing. Albany, Stony Brook wins their league. They don't get an NIT bid, which they probably deserved, but they go to the CBI. All of a sudden, they're in it with Vermont. Pepperdine came in 3rd or 4th over there in the West Coast Conference after Gonzaga and St. Mary's. Gonzaga NCAA, St. Mary's NIT. Here's Pepperdine there. Nevada, who's in the Mountain West Conference with San Diego State NIT, Fresno State NCAA. There's Nevada in the CBI. That's how these things work. Montana, they're in another league in the Big Sky. Duquesne, they're a really good Atlantic 10 team. Some teams that didn't go to the NCAA. St. Bonaventure went to the NIT. Duquesne goes here to the CBI. So this is kind of how this works. And I think, we would face Albany. We'd have to win 2 games. And I don't know. It's going to be tough to beat Morehead State. A very physical, grinding. They're a good rebounding. They're a really feisty team. And then you'd have to play the winner of Duquesne and Omaha. Omaha came in 3rd in their league. I believe they're in the Summit. Omaha comes in 3rd. Whoever wins it. I think North Dakota State, stuff like that. Omaha, who has an unbelievable hockey team that went to the Final Four. They got brand new offices, big 8,000-seat arena. There's Omaha in this. So this is a really good tournament for us, and that's what place we came in. In other words, I wish we beat Iona, and I wish that we had beaten Monmouth, but we didn't, and Iona's going to the NCAA deservedly. And so Monmouth wins the league, goes to the NIT, and here we are in the CBI, and I'm proud of that.
I haven't filled out my bracket yet, but I think I've got Iona as one of my sleeper teams. I said on yesterday's show, I think they got a chance to win a game or 2 in this tournament. How good are they?
They're very good. I wouldn't want to play them. I know that Iowa State's already, worried about, how do you stop English. And the guy Williams is a really good player. I think there's some tough games in the NCAA lower, and that's why I wanted Monmouth to get in so badly, because I thought they could really be a matchup problem. Justin Robinson, Stewart. They got Deion Jones. They missed him for a month. Their 4-man got hurt. He's back. I thought they were going to be a really tough out. I hope they make it to Madison Square Garden. But as far as the NCAA goes, Iona has a real chance because they score a lot of points. The bad news is so does Iowa State. In other words, Iowa State goes up and down. I wanted Iona to play a slower team because there's no way you can keep up with them. But there's going to be – I got UNC Wilmington beat Duke. I think UNC Wilmington will beat Duke. Yeah, they press and run. They got a lot of depth. Keats is a good coach. He's a Rick Pitino disciple type, and I think that's going to be a tough matchup.
What do you think overall of the tournament selection committee? I think, from my opinion, I got all over this yesterday. The mid-majors got hosed. The St. Mary's, the San Diego States, the Monmouths in favor of the Vanderbilts and the Syracuse. What did you think about that? Because as a mid-major, you can't do any more than Monmouth did. San Diego State had the 2nd-best non-conference schedule in the country.
No, it was unbelievable. San Diego State, Steve Fisher's a friend of mine. I really thought that they got screwed over there. Look, Tulsa, basically what I think happened is Tulsa took SMU's spot. In other words, our league earned 4 bids. Well, SMU can't go, so we should go. I think Syracuse took Louisville's spot. In other words, we should go, they should go. The thing about Vandy is whether they went or not, South Carolina was going to go if they did. They just chose to take Vandy over South Carolina. And I do believe that Monmouth got hosed a little because it's not their fault that UCLA and Georgetown totally faltered down the stretch. Those two teams had bad Februaries. UCLA beat Kentucky by 20 points. Monmouth went to their home arena and won. But UCLA and Georgetown kind of folded down the stretch. Therefore, all of a sudden, their RPI drops a little because those teams they beat aren't doing as well. I don't buy that 200 and above. Going to Canisius is a hard trip. Army's a tough place to play. Monmouth lost there. Anybody could lose to Army at their place. They got 5 seniors who shot the ball well. In other words, I don't believe in perfection. I just thought the eye test was let Monmouth in. San Diego State's done it 6 years in a row. The Mountain West, they lost by 2 to Fresno State. But the BCS football schools, I hope everybody's learning. When that started 3 or 4 years ago, this is where this came from. And anytime they can get Oregon State in, Oregon State who didn't really play anybody outside of conference, yes, they had a good Pac-10 tournament. Those Oregon State, Michigan, Vandy, last schools in, Tulsa, they all play football. And I think that's got a lot to do with it.
1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. Jimmy Patsos Show brought to you by All-Star Wine and Spirits. Saints taking on Morehead State tonight at the Times Union Center. Coach, we got to get that thing packed tonight for you, huh?
Yeah, I'd like to get some people. I know it's a quick turnaround, and we may have another home game, but we were fortunate to get a home game. We thought we were going to be on the road like Albany, go on the road the first game and then have some time to sell tickets. I'd come down. Sean Woods is the guy that made the shot for Kentucky that put them up 1 against Duke, and then they threw the Leitner pass. That's when Hill threw the pass to Leitner. He turned and made the jumper. So this is a guy who can really coach, and like I said, they're going to be a really feisty group. I know it's a quick turnaround, but I'd come on down and support our players. Have worked really hard. We have a fun team to watch. And then if by chance we can get by them, I think next week we'll have another game. And then there'll be more time to plan. I know it's a quick turnaround, but we'd get any support we can would be great. And it's great to be playing in the postseason.
Coach, we appreciate you taking time with us on game day, nonetheless, for the Jimmy Patsos Show brought to you by All-Star Wine and Spirits. Coach, best of luck today. We hope to see you playing again.
Thanks a lot. And anybody out there, go see Craig at All-Star Wine and Spirits. He does a great job sponsoring this show, so we're all grateful for Craig. Thanks a lot.